Hello, humans and Kaijus. This is Goji Jr. here. Before we start the video, now this is a warning. If the scary story challenge gets a little too scary or graphic and too terrifying, I suggest you do not watch it any further. Seriously, you could get really messed up. So yeah, enjoy the video. Are you ready, guys? Gee, Moit, I'm kinda scared. Hey, what did Cobra say? Do not chicken out, no matter what. I know, Moit, but I can't handle a scary story. Where's Goji? Oh, well, here he comes. Sorry I'm late, guys. So, what's the rules, Cobra? Okay. Rule number 1, do not chicken out, no matter how terrifying it is. If you chickened out, you're out. Number 2, do not, and I repeat, do not scream. If you scream loud, you lose. So, those are the rules. Got it, guys? Got it. Yeah. Okay, got it. So whose turn is it? Ooh, I know. What about Cobra? Oh, me? Well, okay then. But remember, it's gotta be a fake story, something made up, that's not real. Okay. Alright. A long time ago, back in the year 1984, there was a young boy. There was a young boy named Senpai. He was an outstanding student. He had good grades and friends and all that. But until one day, there was a murder going around in school. Girls going missing, being killed. Some say there's a yandere that's one of them, of their students. But the journalist knows who the yandere is. And he realized he made a mistake of his life. He knew that he had to get out of here, that he does not want to be killed by that psychopath. So he was never seen again. Moit, you got that from Yandere Simulator, did you? No. What did I say, Moit? It's gonna be a made-up story that's not real. Okay. Anyways, so Senpai was going to his locker, and he had a letter in his locker. He read the note, and it says, "Meet me at the storage room." Senpai thought to himself, "Isn't it strange to meet up someone in the storage room? Why not outside, like a sakura tree? Like, I don't know." So Senpai went with it. He went to the storage room and he found it was empty. He thought to himself, "Ugh, is it one of my friends doing a prank on me? Cause it's not funny." But he was wrong. But out of nowhere, there was a girl, and she injected him with the serum that put him to sleep. So the yandere took him to her home, and she locked him up in the basement. Guys, I don't think I feel right about this. Shh, get up to the story. Okay, so Senpai woke up, and he realized he was in a basement. He started freaking out and screaming, but he realized he was gagged and tied up on a chair. He looked around, and he said, with him when he was gagged in his thought, what the hell am I doing here? How did I even get over here? What the hell? Huh? He was confused at first, but then out from the shadow of the light, there comes the yandere. And she looked at him. And the senpai Senpai tried to tell her, but he was gagged in his mouth. The yandere said, "Well, well, if it isn't you, Senpai," she said. And Senpai. So she released the gag off of his mouth, and he said, who are you? Why am I here? Wait, did you kidnap me?" he said. She replied, "I have to. Those girls were trying to take advantage of you," she said. And he was shocked, and he realized, wait, you're the one that's been killing everyone, and the girls. That was you? Get away from me, you psychopath, he said. And she was mad after he told her she was a psycho. She said, "Do not call me a psycho. I only did this to protect you," she said. Moit, I'm getting a little scared. So, the yandere has only one goal. Try to break Senpai mentally, so that he can fall in love with her, and he can never think about an escape. So, a few months in the same routine, beating him, try to brainwash him. It never worked. But the yandere come up with something a little evil and dark that will scar him for a whole year. When yandere feed him with food, she said, You gotta, I have a present for you," she said. "Huh? A present? What is it?" he said. The yandere said, "Open it." He opened the present, and he was shocked what he saw. It was. What is it? What is it? A decapitated head of his mother. Oh my gosh! I don't think I want to stay here. Remember, Moit. Do not chicken out. I know that, but it's too scary. He started crying and screaming. He told her, Why did you do that?" Senpai said. She said, "Well, that's what you got for not obeying me and my rules," she said. So she even killed his father. Senpai had enough. He thought of a plan to take her out. And so, until one night, he finally gave up to him. He finally gave up. And he said, "Okay, would you let me go? There's no point of escaping right now. So please, would you let me go? I will run," he said. But the yandere was happy. "Really? We're gonna get married and have kids," she said. So she freed him and unlocked the chains, and he was freed. So they walked up to the kitchen. So she was preparing food. And Senpai, he looked at the kitchen knife that he's gonna use to kill her. So she went to bed, and Senpai was awake. He went to the kitchen and grabbed the knife. So Senpai texted her, and she woke up and she heard the ring on her phone. It was a text message. She read, and there's another one. And the yandere was like, "Huh? Senpai?" She looked and looked, and then it says, "What's it say, White? What does it say?" It says, Goodbye. I'm never gonna see you again. From behind her was Senpai, and he stabbed her right in her stomach. She collapsed in pain, trying to escape, but Senpai said, "This is what you get. You're so cruel, bitch." He stabbed her multiple times, and he said, "You monster. This is for my mom and my dad, and the rest of and my friends and the girls that you killed. Now you'll pay, bitch. Die, die." He stabbed her again and again until she lost blood and she died. Oh my gosh. Was that the scary part? Oh, it gets a lot more darker than that. Once Senpai was done, he realized that he just killed a 17-year-old girl. But he was 18 at the time, that he could go to jail for killing a child. So, he started walking and pacing, trying to know what to do. He grabbed a knife and then he slit his throat, killing himself. And he died. He committed suicide. Aftermath. Neighbors were complaining about the awful stench in the house. But when the police investigated, there were 2 dead bodies of high schoolers. They're under investigation. When the cops found a tape of Senpai confessing killing that yandere that killed everyone, and he killed himself on camera. But what might? A few years later, there have been reports of a ghost that the Senpai from the 1980s still haunts the school and the streets today, getting revenge of all the yanderes who kidnapped the Senpais and make them love them. And you know what he does? He kills the yanderes, punishing them for what they did to him all those years ago. Oh my gosh. That was actually terrifying. And really disturbing and gross too. Are you sure it's not real? Don't worry, it's fake. It's made up. Phew. One more. I guess we didn't check out the screen. Yeah, but we only got 3 stories to go. Ew, rot. Okay, whose turn is it? Gregor. Ew, real okay then. Alright. A long time ago, back in those years in the 2000s, there were two boys in Japan playing. But then they heard a noise. It was a po sound. Then they turned around. When then suddenly they were looking at a very tall woman. 2 red-like eyes appeared. In a shadow, in a raccoon-like face shadow that didn't reveal her much of her face, only the red eyes. The boys ran away to their homes. And then they were having dinner. His friend Shido said, "Hey, we saw this really tall woman, and we heard a po sound." The parents realized they've met Hachisako-sama. Hachisako-sama means 8-foot tall woman. It takes the appearance of a very tall woman. And you know what she does? She kidnaps children and take them to who knows whatever it is. Nobody knows how she appeared. Some legend says that her child was kidnapped. It said that? Well, Moit, based on the website that I found, I still have that link on that computer. Can we look at it? Later when this video is done. Okay. But then, a few monks managed to trap her in a Japanese ruin, and they trapped her with these Jesus statues. But a few years, one of them were broken, and nobody knows how she escaped. Some say she was escaped like 15 years ago. See, the boys were placed in a room, and a shaman told them, "Remember, you cannot get out until it's 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning. And do not open the door, no matter what. Do not open the door for anyone. In here, use this bucket. You can't go to the bathroom either. And do not look at the windows. I put ancient talismans. Good luck," he said, and he left. So, and the boys, Shido said, Is this how it's gonna end, dude? Are we really gonna die?" He said. "What? No, I'm sure of it. We won't be killed. I mean, seriously, what can she do?" But his ego gets the best of him. "So, you wanna watch TV?" "Yeah, I guess so." And then they went to sleep. They heard knocking coming from the door in the window. What's that sound?" Don't worry, it's just a tree knocking on the window." And they heard a po sound coming from everywhere. Are you sure it's not a tree branch?" he said. Hey, why don't we ask her what does she want?" he said. Are you a baka? You can't reason with a yokai," he said. "I'm sure of it." "Why don't you talk to her then?" he said to. "Okay then." Shido walked out to the window and he told her, "Nanaka yokai." In translation, it means, "What do you want?" And she replied, "I want you," she said. I'm getting some creepy vibes here. Okay, even my last story was scarier, but this is much worse than that. But the boys heard the knocking on the door. It was his friend's dad. So, the son went to the door and, "Wait, dude, that's not them. Don't trust it," he said. "Here, get the Buddha statue, here." So they waited all night until it was 7 a.m. So they run fast enough to head into that white van covered in black windows. They drive off away from the village. A group of men looked out for that 8-foot-tall woman. "Man, you guys are lucky. I mean, seriously, no one can survive that," they said. But then they heard a window knocking and banging in a po sound. Hachisako-sama told them, "Please, don't go. Please," she said to them. "No, don't look." And it was too late. They looked at her. And they realized, "Whoa, she's so pretty." and all that. Yeah, I know, Shido. Maybe she's not that scary, they said. And then, what happened? She kidnapped them, took them to a black void of nothingness, and they saw the victims of children that fall victim to the 8-foot tall woman and never seen again. Okay, seriously? Okay. I mean, seriously. I'm really terrified. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know the 8-foot tall woman would do that. Aw, what's wrong, Goji? You don't believe? You don't believe Hachi that did that? Well, uh, wait, are you two like, you know, hooking up? What? No. Me and Hachisako-sama are friends. I mean, I would never do that. Never. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Whatever. Okay, can we take a break? Okay, take 5. And next round, Scorpio will tell his story. And Goji, you go last. Okay. Anyways, humans and doses, guys, this is it for the Scary Story Challenge. Part 2. So, be sure to stay tuned for part 2 of the Scary Story Challenge. So yeah. Good night and see you later, guys. Cheerio. Good night, mates. Good night, everybody.